Hello, children. This this is a unit number 4, that is soil and watering. Soil is nothing but it is a topmost layer of the soil, and the watering is the process of breaking of the stone or soil. So let us learn. Suppose you have this carrot plants, and this is a plant that it is grow. So this is the soil that you see. It is also there nearby your house, nearby your school compound. This this is a soil. So soil is formed just a thin covering over the surface of the land. When the soil is good, it gives abundance of plants to grow. Soil gives a firm base from which stretches of the leaf to get a sun energy. When the soil is good, the plant grow very fast because it supply a lot of fruits to the plant. So soil is when plants dead, when the animals dead, this by the action of microorganism decompose into organic matters. It is also a mixture of water and air. So soil is a mixture of minerals. Different minerals are present. Dead and living organisms. In this small soil, if you take, you will find a lot of microorganisms, that is living organisms, and some dead plants, some dead animals, and some amount of water and air is present in this soil. See, this is the soil in the picture. Small trees is growing because the topmost layer, the soil which you take on the ground, it is a very good composition of soil. That's why the corn is growing. So soil is defined as the top layer of the earth because the soil is present in the top layer of the earth's surface, which consists of sand. It is a small stone, remain of dead plants and animals, and minerals with some amount of water and air in it. So this is a soil. Types of soil. So if when you take this soil, you will find a different types, that is larger parts stone, that is a sand, it is the largest in size stone, and the little smaller in size is silk, and the small types that it is present in the soil is called a clay. It is the smallest part. So sand, silk is medium, and clay is smallest. And another is gravel. Gravel consists of a tiny stone and doesn't hold water. This is the small stone and do not hold water because it is made of gravel is a stone, and sand is a light and dry. Water passes easily through this kind of soil, particular through a rough. Clay is extremely fine. Water does not flow freely because clay, it can hold the water and do not flow freely through the soil. So soil consists of clay, sand, and humus are called loam. Loamy soil is good for growing plant. So this is a very important. Loamy soil is good for growing plants, and it is consists of clay, sand, and humus. Humus is rich in plants and animals debris. That means plants and animals when died, they form a large amount of to minerals and which are helpful for the plant to grow. So these are some example. Sand is, this is the sand, palu, right? Sand. Clay, this is a clay. And gravel, stone, small stone, and loamy, it it hold water and do not move freely. So these are the four types of soil. So composition of soil, as I have told, this is a gravel, right? It is a small stone, do not make water to hold. This is a small stone. It is made up of gravel, sand, clay particles. Humus remain the dead plants and animal, water, air, and minerals. So the layer of soil. This is we have discussed the parts of plant. So this is the stem and the root. This part is the root. This part is the root, and this is the soil. So the topmost layer of the soil is called humus. It is rich in minerals. Vitamins. Topmost. So the top soil is the uppermost layer. It consists of clay, sand, humus, and water. Here a lot of minerals, food are present for the plants. It gives nutrients. Nutrients is nothing but it is a food that supplied to plants, right? You eat food, you drink water, so something like that. This nutrient is a food for the plant. It gives food to plant. Just below this, it is called subsoil. This subsoil is the middle layer. This layer is a subsoil. It consists of broken piece of rock. Some small rocks are present here, and the less humus. Humus are rich in minerals. So this top subsoil, it is less amount of humus are present, and in this part a large number of rock fragmentation. A lot of broken rocks are present here, and the lower part is called pit rock. It is the bottom layer. The bottom layer is called pit rock. It is a very large big size of stone and rock. Not here a very less amount of water is present. So these are the three layers of soil. Topmost layer, it is very rich in minerals, vitamins, nutrients, and water. In this soil, clay, sand, humus is present. This subsoil is the middle, and some broken pieces of rocks is present here, where the veterans of rock fragmentation, when the rock is breaking, it settle down. So in this part a broken fragmentation of rock is present, and it is less numbers of vitamins and nutrients are present. And the pit rock, here you don't find any water. It is made up of very large piece of rock. These are the layers of rock, layers of soil. So soil erosion. See, in your areas, when you walk in the forest nearby your jungle, you see on the rock, you see on the root, this is a topmost layer of soil is washing away, right? And this is agriculture. When the soil present in the top layer, it is washed away by a rain. The process is called soil erosion. So the topmost layer is very fertile. That means it is very rich in minerals. It is very rich in nutrients for the plants grow. But when the rain comes, when the wind blow, by the action of this wind and water, this topmost layer of the soil is washing away. So this process is called soil erosion. So strong winds, heavy rainfall in the summer, and the cutting down of trees increase soil erosion. So you should not cut a large amount of trees in order to prevent a soil erosion. So when the winds and heavy rainfalls, soil erosion is start, and the topmost fertile soil is washing away. This is how the soil erosion takes place. Top layer of this is a root, and the top layer of soil is washed away by heavy rain. This is the soil erosion picture. And wetering weathering. This rock was not broken before. It was something like this. It is a, but with the action of wind and the changes of atmospheric pressure, this rock is broken. So weathering is a breaking down of rock. This rock was breaking. So not only this rock, even in the soil is also breaking, and the mineral as well as wood and artificial materials through contact with the earth atmosphere, water and biological action. So when the by the action of winds, water, atmosphere and some biological action, the stone is breaking down and the soil is breaking down. So this process is called of weathering of rock, and if it's seen in the rock, then it is called the weathering of the rock. So weathering is nothing but the breaking down of rock and soil. So how can you prevent? As you have seen, the soil is very rich in minerals to grow plants, different plants, but when the rainfall is too much, the top layer is washed away. The process is called soil erosion. This is the soil erosion. So how can we prevent this thing? How can we prevent this soil erosion in agriculture? How can you prevent soil erosion in root? How can you prevent soil erosion in this root? So the process of prevention, of protection of soil erosion is called soil conservation. Protection of soil erosion is called soil conservation. So what are the steps to be maintained? The one step is you have to plant more tree. You have to plant a more tree. More number of trees should be planted to replace the one that has been cut down. Group rotation. Group rotation is different types of group should be grown on the farmland so that the soil get time to recover its fertility. So different types of groups, that means in your forest, in your agriculture, you have rice, corn, beans and any types of vegetable. So it is different types of groups are encouraged to grow in the farmland so that the soil get time to recover its fertility. Group rotation. Another, afforestation, planting of tree and group rotation. And dams should be built across river to prevent the flood. So flood also prevent. And number three, tree and bushes should be planted in open land to prevent wind to blow away the topsoil. So these are the four important types. How can you conserve the soil? So class, this is all about your soil and weathering of the rock. We have studied about soil, its type. Soil is the topmost layer of the earth crust. It is made up of rich in minerals, humus. The types is gravel, sand, clay. These are the pictures. Clay is like this, sand is very small, gravel is a stone, small stone, and loam is a very thicky. So composition is, this is a gravel stone, so this gravel do not hold water. These are the different layers. Top layers is rich in minerals, nutrients, and contains sand, clay, humus, and water. Below is subsoil. It is middle layer, and broken piece of rock are present, less humus, and this veteran of rock, broken pieces of rock is present below that, and the pit rock, it is a very large rock are present, and not much water is present. These are the layer of the soil, and the soil erosion is washing away of topmost layer of the soil. The process is called soil erosion. This is the soil erosion in the breaking of rock by the action of winds and water, atmosphere and biological agent. The process is called weathering. So how can you prevent soil conservation is, one is you have to plant more trees, you have to encourage a crop rotation, and tree and bushes should be planted in open land to prevent the wind to blow away topsoil. And number four, dams should be built across river to prevent the flood. So these are your lesson. Okay, thank you.